Tariq Abu Azzoum is joining us live from Deir al-Balah in central Gaza, and the death toll continuing to mount, especially in the north. Tariq, are you able to speak to anyone there? What are you hearing about the situation there?
Yeah, we are in a very direct contact with people in the north, especially those who are in al-Balah and in Gaza City to hear more about what's going on in these areas. We know that civil defense crews and frontline ambulance men are really battling and scrambling in order to operate in these areas. Sometimes they risk their lives by going on foot to the sites of the attacks in order to look for anyone who has been killed or injured in order to recover. We know also from them, as we've been talking to lots of locals there, that bombardment did not stop within the past few hours, in particular in al-Balah, where lots of residential homes have been targeted, agricultural lands as well. And we have been getting testimonies that buildings have been destroyed and there are still civilians trapped underneath these areas and these buildings without being rescued. And the streets of Jabalia and al-Balah are incredibly strewn with destroyed houses, as the operation there did not come to an end so far. It has been almost 35 days, and the latest, in fact, attacks took place on the gates of school children. Thousands of Palestinian families in Jabalia al-Balah town. We know from also medical sources that 17 Palestinians have been killed since dawn today. 13 only were killed in the north of the Strip, and we are expecting that the number will certainly rise because there are ongoing operations by the civilians there in order to look for survivors. We have been also getting more details that coffins have run out from hospitals in the north of the Strip, and civilians right now have been depending on using nylons and their blankets that they are in a very desperate need for in order to recover and to shroud those who were killed in order to be prepared later for burial in the north of the territory.
Yeah, we know that hospitals have run out of everything. They're not able to treat the injured. We've seen this for a year now. And the medical evacuations only began a few days ago after pausing for 6 months, Tariq.
Yeah, that's right. We know that due to the Israeli ongoing attacks on the Gaza Strip for almost more than a year, Elizabeth, hospitals have become overwhelmed with injuries and patients. And we know that hospitals are incredibly in Gaza Strip lack essential and critical medical items, including anesthetics, surgical equipment, alongside with medications that are necessarily required to treat life-threatening injuries. And these outcomes have really created a dire need for an immediate evacuation for Palestinian wounded in order to be receiving treatment abroad, especially by specializing teams, and also specialized treatment should be given to them. We know from the WHO that 100 Palestinian patients were evacuated outside Gaza in cooperation with the European Union and the United Arab Emirates, but these numbers are completely fewer than needed. We know that thousands of Palestinians are still waiting to be permitted to leave Gaza in order to receive medical treatment abroad. But as we know that the Israeli army is imposing further restrictions on the movement of those medical patients, and at the same time the process of preparing those patients and logistical challenges are also facing those medical teams who are trying to evacuate Palestinian patients, even after receiving the permit and the green light from the Israeli military to evacuate them due to the untenable security conditions. And there are also security concerns about the safety of their staff on the ground as well, Elizabeth.
Tariq, thank you very much for that. Tariq Abu Azzoum, live in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.